Hello, this is Dr. Rode from Mobilent. Today, I'd like to talk about how to use the Dura Ace cassette and the ZTTO cassette. And we'll briefly go over their pros and cons. You can find the purchase links in the pinned comment or the See More section below. The ZTTO cassette is overwhelmingly cheaper compared to the Dura Ace cassette, and it's even lighter. To achieve extreme weight reduction, the rear sprockets are fully CNC machined from aluminum. Wow, I was really surprised when I saw the inner side of this thing. Can it really hold with just these two fixing pins? It was quite amazing. Thanks to that design, the 11 to 32T version weighs only 122 grams. Incredibly light. The 34T version weighs 139 grams. The price is around $100 US. On the other hand, the Dura Ace costs about $220 US and weighs 253 grams, which is noticeably heavier. That's because the larger sprockets are made of titanium, but that doesn't mean the Dura Ace cassette is heavy. Compared to the 345-gram Ultegra, it's actually 92 grams lighter. In simple terms, the durability of Dura Ace is more than twice that of ZTTO. That's due to the material difference between aluminum and titanium. However, since the larger sprockets are used far less frequently in real riding situations, wear is not a big concern. Also, even if the sprocket is made of aluminum, you don't need to worry about the chain skipping under heavy torque. At first, I used both the ZTTO cassette and ZTTO chain together, thinking the same brand would shift better. But that was a failure. The shifting wasn't smooth at all. The ZTTO chain is light, but the edge finishing wasn't done properly. So I replaced it with a Dura Ace chain, and wow, the shifting became unbelievably smooth. If you're using a ZTTO cassette, I strongly recommend pairing it with at least an Ultegra or Dura Ace chain. The biggest difference appears when shifting under high torque, when you're putting a lot of power through the pedals. You can hear a tunk-tunk noise during shifting, and under strong torque, you can actually feel the sprocket flexing as the chain moves up. So the difference becomes the most obvious when you're sprinting uphill and shifting at the same time. If you look closely at the side of the sprocket, you can see noticeable wear. There's no problem at high speed, but under heavy torque, you can see where the sprocket has worn during shifting. The direction of pedaling force doesn't matter. It seems the edges took quite a bit of damage during gear changes. In contrast, the Dura Ace sprocket, with its high elasticity and stiffness, shifts very smoothly and precisely at any time. If you're a competitive cyclist, I would never recommend the ZTTO cassette. They generate nearly twice the peak power we do. And since aluminum flexes more easily, a poorly timed shift could even bend the sprocket teeth. That's why professional riders should stick to Shimano Ultegra or Dura Ace for maximum reliability. If you have strong legs, want longer durability, and need faster, smoother shifting, I recommend the Shimano Dura Ace or Ultegra cassette. But if your goal is to reduce bike weight and you want a light, responsive pedaling feel, then I'd recommend trying the ZTTO cassette. It's much cheaper than Dura Ace, so it's definitely worth experiencing at least once. For the price of one Dura Ace, you could buy 3 ZTTO cassettes, and if you pair it with an original Shimano chain, at least Ultegra level or higher, you won't lose much shifting performance. The ZTTO cassette also comes in a variety of colors. I personally use the black one because it hides grease marks well. You can find the purchase link in the video description or the pinned comment. Your subscription, likes, and notification settings really help support this channel. Thank you for watching.